There are shows with psychics.
And there are shows with doctors.
But there's no show like The Psychic and the Doc.
Your practical paranormal power unleashed.
This show synthesizes the talents of world-class medium Mark Anthony, the psychic lawyer, psychic explorer,
and street smart spiritualist, behavioral psychologist, Dr. Pat Baccili. All subjects are on the table and no topic is taboo. Inspiration, insight,
action, and fun as Mark Anthony connects callers with loved ones in spirit,
in tandem with Dr. Pat's fresh, no-nonsense, street smart, intuitive insights. And she is hilarious.
Extraordinary problems
require extraordinary solutions, which may come from this side
or the other side. This is The Psychic
and the Doc, and it starts now.
Wow, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I just got to move my little microphone a little bit closer. You are listening to The Psychic and the Doc, and this is a special show tonight, Mark, right? I am here with Mark Anthony. If you don't know who he is, you're going to have to go to his website to really just to keep up with him. But when we talk about being of service, and today's show is about being of service, it's about talking the things that a lot of times we don't talk about in the world. But so many of you have called into the show, and we really wanted to honor this journey. You've called into the show and you said, I didn't really want to talk about my child. My child committed suicide. And those are hard words to say. But Mark, you know, you are doing a lot of this. You travel the world. You talk about, look, you're going to talk about whatever you're going to talk about. Nobody's going to really say to you, Mark, don't talk about it. But how important for you today is what we're doing about September Suicide Prevention Month?
I can't think of a more important topic for the psychic and the doc, honestly. And a couple things. Suicide touches everyone. I know, Dr. Pat, it's touched you directly. Your mother passed from suicide. My best friend succumbed to suicide. A cousin who died from suicide. I mean, I can't think of anyone I've ever met where suicide has not affected them. But suicide is also what brought Dr. Pat and I together to decide to do this show. Yes. I was on a speaking tour in Seattle, and I was invited to be on the Dr. Pat show, which airs every day. You can see Dr. Pat every day. So please tune in to the Dr. Pat show, because you'll never be disappointed. She's awesome, always. And we're doing what we do here. And what I do in a lot of radio shows, the host will say, Mark, take calls from listeners. But the shows that I'm on are not hosted by a world-renowned behavioral psychologist. And we had a caller. It was a woman who was so distraught over a death in the family that she wanted to take her own life. And I made a connection with her loved one. And then Dr. Pat chimed in and said, well, let me talk to you. And then it went back and forth between the caller, Dr. Pat, and I. And we spent a lot of time with her because, you know, she needed that time. And Dr. Pat got her to promise to call 988, the suicide prevention hotline. That's 988. You know, we all know about 911. Everyone also needs to know about 988. And after that show, we sat down with Rocky and Linda, and I think we were drinking some hot tea. I think it was Earl Grey tea is what it was. And we were talking about this, and we thought, you know, we could do something. We could do some type of show. And then when the pandemic hit and I had to cancel my 2020 visionary tour, Rocky and Dr. Pat and Linda started talking and brought me into it. And so here we are with the psychic and the doc. And we are taking your calls tonight, 1-800-930-2819.
Yeah.
So suicide it's the pink elephant in the room.
Yeah. I got to tell you, we're going to go to the phones here in a hot minute. We're not going to spend very long, but I'm very excited about one interview I'm going to be doing this month. Linda is orchestrating it for me for a lot of reasons. And I am going to be interviewing, you may know who this gentleman is, Bob Parsons. Bob Parsons, you know, they call him PXG's Bob Parsons, but his book, it's an explosive book, but Bob Parsons is the man who launched GoDaddy. So that's the Bob Parsons
Wow.
I'm talking about. Now, he sold off most of, in 2018, but he's gone on to do other things. But this book is called Fire in the Hole. It's called The Untold Story of My Traumatic Life and Explosive Success. And in this book, he really touches upon his tour of duty in Vietnam, and he talks about what's going on in the military and suicide in the military. And this is the kind of thing, right? When you have somebody like him that's going to come out and he's going to really do an expose on his life, when you do a show like this, that you're in a vibration and an energy that is far beyond anything Mark and I could experience. And that's why tonight's show, we're just lining you all up. We're going to take a very short break right now, 30 seconds, no more. When we come back, Emily is going to go right to the phones. And there we are. Emily, take us out for a minute and bring us right back. Welcome back, everybody. We are going to go right to the phones. But before we do, we don't want to leave anybody out in today's show, Mark, right? Go ahead. Give your live mention.
Okay, please go to my website, afterlifefrequency.com. I've got a lot of great events coming up. I've got 2 online Light Circle events, Friday, September 27th and Saturday, the 28th. I understand the 27th is sold out, but there's just a few tickets left on the 28th. And Light Circles are limited to 6 people. Everybody is guaranteed a reading, a connection with their loved ones. And then in just a couple weeks after that, I'll be in Virginia Beach at the Ancient Mysteries Conference at the Edgar Cayce headquarters in Virginia Beach. And you certainly can attend live, but you can also attend online. And I got a real special presentation lined up. The Secrets, Mysteries, and Curse of Tutankhamun. And some of the world's leading archaeologists and ancient mysteries experts will also be speaking. One of my good colleagues, and I'm honored to call him a friend, Manu Safezadeh, who's doing amazing work on the Giza Plateau, analyzing the Great Sphinx. So this is for anybody who likes a good mystery, discovery, adventure. This is it. So Dr. Pat, how about we go on our own spiritual expedition and take calls from listeners?
Let's go, Emily. Who do we have?
We have Lisa from New Mexico. Lisa, you're live.
Thank you, Emily. Hey, Lisa, welcome to the Psychic and the Doc. How can we help you tonight?
Hi, Dr. Pat and Mark.
Hi, Lisa.
Hope you guys are doing okay.
I'm doing pretty good today. Thank you so much for asking. Wow, like nobody asks me that often, but thank you for doing that. Yeah, Mark, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Today's been a great day. So, Lisa,
yeah. How can we help you?
Yeah, how can we help you?
Well, about a year ago, my partner of 20 years, or my daughter's dad, he passed away from cancer. And then, well, since you guys were talking about suicide, she tried to commit suicide right a week after he passed. And I'm so glad.
Okay, all right, good.
Okay, so your partner and your daughter's dad, he's in spirit. Let me open up the frequencies. Yeah. Sometimes the person that you want to hear from may not be the first one to come through, but let's see who does.
Yeah, hang on, Lisa.
All right. So, yes, I am getting a male energy coming through. Now, you did mention he died from cancer, right?
Yes.
Okay. Just for your benefit and the benefit of the other callers, try not to give me any details about the cause of passing or the identity of the, you can just say, my partner, my daughter's father passed. And the reason for that, Lisa, and for everybody else, is I want to make sure that the information I'm getting is from the spirit as opposed to what I already know. Okay. So, wow. And spirits sometimes lead off with some interesting things. This is going to sound very strange, Lisa, but he's making me smell beer. Like when you pop a beer. But the thing is, this is like when the beers that have been sitting there for a while. So is there something with him? Was he a beer drinker or I'm getting beer?
Yeah, I bought a 12-pack of beer last Christmas, and I barely popped one open the other day. And I just finished drinking. Well, I bought some more, so I just drank a beer right now.
Okay, so
So,
all right.
That's the way we want to start the show.
We got the triple crown hit on that one. You bought him a 12-pack of beer for Christmas. You just popped one open. He liked beer. Okay, so this all right, we got him. Okay, so he's
yeah,
definitely
he
here.
loved beer.
And
He
yeah,
loved the
he
beer.
loved beer. He said, I love beer and I love you. And he said, I love beer and I love you, my dear. This guy, he was funny, nice, caring. And he's talking about your daughter. And I know that you said that, her grief brought her to the edge of suicide, but he keeps showing her with a diving board and a swimming pool, diving board and a swimming pool. Now, that could mean, you guys like to
Mm-hmm.
swim. Diving boards you don't see on
Mm-hmm.
residential pools anymore. You only see them at public pools where it's very deep, like at least 20 feet deep. Is there
Yeah,
anything about
yeah, we have
swimming? You go ahead. Go ahead,
we
Lisa.
do have a public natatorium here, and yeah, she loved to swim, but we used to take her, to the natatorium, and I've been wanting to take her, but she's a night owl, so when I'm coming home from work, I get home like in the afternoon, and she's barely waking up, and they close the natatorium, like
Okay.
at 5, and now,
What he's
but
talking
I
about,
have been wanting.
hold on, Lisa. Hold on. And first off, thank you for the
Okay,
validations and confirming, but try not to interrupt me when I'm working with the spirit. Kindly wait until I say, do you recognize this or does that make sense? He's talking about make the
okay,
time, the two of you have to rebond. Like obviously your daughter loves you, you love her. He said, but you have to start doing some things. He's talking about Saturday afternoon, Saturday afternoon, Saturday afternoon. So if that
mm-hmm.
particular swimming facility is open on a Saturday afternoon, you and your daughter are not working then, or you can plan a Saturday off, do that. Okay. And he said, I love being a
Okay.
spirit. Okay. He said, but I really miss fried chicken. All right. What is up with the fried chicken?
I didn't cook a lot, and they're there at the last. He couldn't cook anymore, so I would just go buy fried chicken from KFC or Albertsons.
This guy's a lot of fun. He's like beer and fried chicken and a
Yeah.
swimming pool. It's like so let your daughter know. All right, first off, he wants you to know he's around you and he loves you. He said, let your daughter know that he knows how much she thinks about him and that she needs to be thankful of the relationship that they had. And instead of being sad about him passing, realizing that he's always by her side. He's by her side. Dr. Pat,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I want to get to the swimming. Hey, Lisa, I'm going to help you out, okay? Tell me, I think I
Okay.
heard what you said. You said my daughter doesn't, I get home from work, but my daughter is just getting up. What is that? Like I get home from
Yeah.
work in the afternoon, your daughter's just getting up, like up from what?
Yeah. From bed. She's a night owl. Her sleep
Okay,
cycle
I can
is
work with this.
she's
I can
she's
work
up
with
all
this.
night.
Okay, well, we're going to change that because are you on good talking grounds with her? Are you
Yes.
guys talking? Okay, good. So you're not like, I have to ask
Yeah.
the
Where she
question
lives,
because
she lives with me.
thank you. Okay, I don't like to get pokey and personal. Here's the thing. I
Yeah.
don't know if is she listening now? Is she listening to the show?
Is she No, no,
Okay,
no. She's asleep.
wait a minute. It's 4 o'clock here in the Pacific Northwest. What do you mean?
She's asleep still. She's probably gonna wake up here in about 30 minutes. Yeah, it's
Good,
5:23 here.
good. Pay attention to what I'm about to say to you. And we'll have to
Okay.
make sure she listens to this segment. When your loved one comes through and is very, very specifically making a request, unless she is deathly afraid of swimming, I don't know. I hope you just communicate to her that this is something that will help her. Let me tell you about water. And I hope you listen. What is your daughter's name? You don't have to tell me. I'll just talk to your daughter. Here's what I know about water. It's healing.
Yes.
Everything about water is healing. And I would highly encourage her. Now, you got to keep your end of the deal here, Lisa, which means you got to go with her and take her, right?
Right.
Okay. So don't let me down on this.
She can't drive.
Okay. So, but you're going to work with her, right? You're going to find a time. Maybe it's not going to be 2 o'clock in the afternoon, but you're going to find a time because this is going to be important for both of you. This is healing for both of you. This is healing for both of you. And I'm not saying your daughter has to go 7 days a week. I mean, start out simply, but this is going to be healing for her. There are people that I know that do healing work in water. It's quite powerful. But for her to be in water, it's going to help her. And I hope you can communicate that that's the message that came in tonight through Mark. Okay?
I will talk to her.
All you can do is ask. Don't badger her about it. You understand? Lovingly just keep asking her.
Okay.
But then I want to say something to you, Lisa. Is there a reason why you don't go anywhere yourself?
Well, usually, I have problems with my legs, so, they swell up, and I had like vein.
Okay.
So I had the surgery in June. So it was a leg problem. So
okay,
I'm okay
so
now,
all right. Okay, so you're okay now. Okay, I just got to ask you because I'm not a medical doctor here, so let me just be really clear. But what I'm trying to say to you, unless you got like an open, so look, I had 2 knee replacements. So I'm telling you, when my doctor said to me, don't worry about the way that ugly thing looks. You get yourself in the water, you get yourself wherever you want to. I'm all in. But what I want to say to you is you don't have this problem anymore. Can you think of one good reason that stops you from going in water? I don't know if you've got to drive 130 miles or do you have a place close to you, Lisa? And then I got to go. No, which would no, yes, no to which question? Do you have a place close to you?
Excuse other than me. No excuse other than getting dressed and driving there. It's just like a mile from here.
Bingo. So here's what I want you to do. Sometimes we have to demonstrate something wonderful. What would it take for you to go swimming? Do you understand that water therapy and swimming, go see if, what do you call it? PT, if you need to, or check with your doctor. My doctor said to me, you want to bend your knee and play that sport you play, you better get in the water and you need to bend. There are classes and things you can take. I highly encourage you to check into them, okay? But like I said to you, you need to check with your doctor, but a mile away, come on, Lisa.
Yeah, I know.
All right, come on. Come on.
Okay, well, I'm going to do my best to take her this.
You're going to do your best because you're going to have your beer after you swim.
Yeah, not before.
Not before.
And do not drink and drive.
No,
do not drink and drive.
yeah.
No drinking and driving ever.
No,
no.
Yeah, I even say to people, don't even drink and walk, people. Please. Don't do any of that.
A lot of people don't understand and don't realize that drinking and riding a bicycle is also a crime because you're operating a vehicle under the influence. In Florida, a lot of people get arrested for that. You know, they think it's fun, have a few drinks and then go ride your bike. It's dangerous. Anyway, and here's the thing, Lisa, we're not here to preach at you. We're here to
a little bit,
help.
maybe.
Yeah, just a little bit. Well, thank you for calling, Lisa. Thank you for calling.
All right, Emily, who's next?
Okay, up next we have Naomi from Indiana. Naomi, you're live.
Welcome to the show. Is it Naomi or Naomi? What do you want me to call you?
Naomi.
Naomi, the home of Caitlin Clark, eh? Sorry, I had to do that.
You guys.
How can we help you tonight? How are you doing?
I've been doing real good. You know, I took a job doing hospice because my girlfriend's mother wanted to come home.
Okay.
And so I took care of her, and I just lost her Tuesday morning.
I'm so
And she
sorry.
was I feel like I did something, but I lost my son in November, and I had called you guys before.
Mm-hmm.
I still have this weight on me, you know. So I thought I would help somebody go through death, basically, and I thought it would lift a lot of my burden up. But
I'm sorry.
I'm
Can you
still.
please speak up? I can barely hear you.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So
Or
And
if
you
you're on
thought by,
speakerphone, go off
yeah.
speakerphone. Yeah.
So Naomi, you thought by doing the hospice work that for your friend's mom, and your friend's mom passed away yesterday, I think you said, or 2 days ago.
yes,
You thought by doing that
yes,
work, being of service, would help you with the burden you were carrying about your son passing, correct?
yes, yes,
All right. Well,
correct.
let's see what Mark, let's have Mark connect.
All right. Stand
Okay.
by. Hold on, Naomi. All right. Yeah, I am getting a male energy coming through on the lower level. By lower level, I mean your child, niece, nephew level. Lower doesn't mean negative or anything like that. Because sometimes people say lower level, does that mean he's in? You know, it's like, no, it doesn't mean he's in some bad place. Your son's coming through, and with his passing, was there some complication with his throat and or bloodstream or both? Because the male energy coming through, I'm feeling constriction in my throat, like I can't breathe, and I'm tasting a lot of blood. Now, tasting blood doesn't always mean a bleed out. It could mean something in his blood or an internal hemorrhage of some sort. And I don't mean to get graphic, but when spirits come through,
Yeah.
these are the type of things they give me. Go ahead. Does that make sense in any way?
Well, yes, he had fallen the day before, but he had fallen in the morning, and then by evening he had a big like a head injury, and then he overdosed. The pills that he took had
Okay.
fentanyl and saline.
Okay, so that would be the difficulty breathing would be the fentanyl, and of course the
Yeah.
blood is the drugs in his bloodstream. Okay, hold on, and stand by. First off, you know that when people are in spirit, they're always happy. Like the reason that he's coming through and
Yeah.
giving me symptoms of passing or identifiers, because spirits are pure energy, and I say this all the time because it's absolutely true. Energy doesn't get old, it doesn't get sick, it doesn't get tired, it doesn't die. That being said, they give me these identifiers so we can determine who this is. And he is telling me that this is interesting. He's switching tracks. You know what tikis are? You know those like Polynesian tikis, tikis and
Yeah.
tiki torches. He's showing me a whole bunch of tikis. What's going on with the tikis? You like tikis? Polynesia,
Well, he must.
luau's. I'm getting this whole tiki thing.
Well, he knew that my dream was to go to Fiji someday.
Well, there you go. Okay, now I know that that's not a cheap trip, but on the other
Yeah.
hand, he's showing
Or
you
like,
that. So he knows that that's something that will make you happy. So he's bringing that to you. And he said, Mom, you got to do it. He said, stop punishing yourself. He said, and the thing is, you're not punishing yourself intentionally. It's part of being a mom is the grief, the remorse. Moms always feel guilty no matter how their child dies. It's kind of just part of being a mom. And he's like, stop. He said, I want this to be a goal for you. Doesn't mean you have to like mortgage your house right now and go, on that
yeah.
trip right away. But maybe plan it for 2025 or maybe early 2026. But he wants you to do this. He said, because the hospice is good. He said, it's good for what you're doing spiritually. He said, but Mom, you got to have some fun. And now he's holding up one of those noisemakers from New Year's Eve, that like that. So there's got to be something right around, let's say around December 30th through January 5th. There's got to be some significant birth, death, anniversary, or event other than just, hey, we like New Year's. Is there something there before I turn you over to Dr. Pat?
Well, it's my birthday. My real birthday is the 24th, but when I was adopted, they changed it. So I just stayed with November 24th.
Okay.
My birthday is Christmas Eve. So, and
Your
I'm going to
birthday.
be 60 this year. So.
Well, then that is certainly a reason to celebrate in the South Seas with some tikis. And, if you can't do that,
Yeah.
maybe, go to a luau somewhere. But the thing is, he wants you to start.
I love cruises.
Well, there you go. There you go. All right, Dr. Pat.
Yeah. So this is really kind of cool. Man, this is so great, Mark. I mean, I sometimes getting on, I just don't know what to say, but I do have something to say to you. Can I ask you one simple question?
Yeah.
Your birthday's in January, right?
No, it's in December.
Late
my real
December.
birthday.
Yeah, but it's your real birthday. You said you had two birthdays, one adopted birthday, then the other one.
Yeah,
Which
my
is
real birthday is December 24th.
Thank you. That's what I wanted to know. I wanted to know. Thank you. December 24th. Whoa. So I'm going to ask you this question. You don't have to answer it on air. What would it take for you to treat yourself to a little vacation?
Well,
I'm not saying you have to go away for a month.
Go.
Yeah, I'm just asking.
Oh.
What would it take? What would it look like for you? Like I'm telling you, if I was your coach, right? Because I coach people. If I was your coach, this is what I'd be saying to you. I would say, like, okay, let's talk. What is it going to take tomorrow? Can you pick up the phone? Can you call a travel agent?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, don't even do that.
Yeah.
Where would you like to go? Do you have a friend? You talked about a
friend,
friend, didn't you? Didn't you talk about your friend?
Yeah.
What about you and your friend? Can you and your friend? Can you go somewhere together?
I have a friend that lives in Florida, and I have a friend that lives in Galveston, Texas. So I can anytime I'm welcome to come stay with them.
But I'm asking this other thing. I want to know. Not saying I don't like Texas. I'm not saying I don't like Florida. Mark would not be happy with me on that. But I want you to think bigger. I want you to think tiki bar. What'd you say? Tiki? What'd you say?
Tiki bar.
Tiki bar. I want you to think this, because here's the deal. You don't have. I mean, me, if you want to say tiki, I've already got my flight to Hawaii, and my cousin's over there got a B&B, I just found out. But for you, it doesn't have to be that. Maybe you want to go on a little cruise.
Yeah.
When are you going to do a cruise, Mark? Yeah. Can you please? So all I want you to do is just say, you know what, Dr. Pat, Mark, I'm gonna look into that tomorrow.
Yeah. Maybe I'll do. I will. I'm going to look into it.
Oh, wait. Did you say maybe? Did you say the word maybe?
No,
What'd you say?
I'm going to.
Okay. Thought I heard the maybe there, but Mark, I'm not always right.
Well, real quick,
your
friend in Florida, does your friend live anywhere near Disney World?
Naples.
Okay.
Naples is beautiful.
Well, Naples has a lot of tiki type bars on the beach. Oh, and Captiva Island, and Sanibel Island. Okay.
December. Come on now. What are you doing December?
Yeah.
What are you going to be doing December for this December 24th? What's your plans?
I have no plans. So
well, now you do. Now you do, because let me tell you
something. I love
when
we do shows like this.
Yeah, Naples, Florida, and Sanibel and Captiva Island. There's no place nicer than that time of the year. So you have your marching orders from your son in spirit. Go do it.
Okay.
And get your friend. Okay, get your friend there.
I need to get away too, because my son's girlfriend that he had the two little boys with, they're not letting me see the boys right now.
Yeah, you do need to. We talked to you about that, and
and it's grandparents.
I tell you, my heart. Look, this is the time for you to now get yourself some relief for you. And when you call your friend in Florida, in Naples, my folks lived in Florida. Please tell your friend, can we take a trip down to Key Largo or Key West? Because if you want to be tiki in it, Key West, OMG, okay?
I love
that's your mission.
Yes.
I love it.
The Florida Keys, there's a place called Kokomo.
That song, right?
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah,
my
yeah.
hey,
God,
nothing
you
like
know.
Jimmy Buffett. Yes,
Oh,
I
she
will.
knows
I'll
it.
call you guys when
She
I
does.
come back.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
no, no, no. You're not going to wait till you come back because we need to check to make sure you're doing what you say you're going to do. Okay, so you need to be calling in
I'll call
about
you
4
from
weeks.
I'll call you from Key Largo.
Yes, please
All
do.
right.
I love this. Thank you.
Okay.
Let's take a really, really short break. And when we come back, we're all over the phones again. Thank you. But before we do, Mark, one more time, how they find out about you. And for those of you that want to know what I'm doing with Unstuckable outside of a trademark battle, unstuckable.com, and we're going to be offering circles and classes and courses as we go into next year. So thanks to the caller that called in. I don't remember his name. I wish I could remember his name who called in, right?
Yeah.
But you put a fire under my you know what, and we're getting that rolling. Now, Mark, how about you? You already got the fire.
Let me tell you, I'm on fire in a good way. I've got an online light circle event Saturday, September 28th. We only got a couple tickets left. Please visit my website, afterlifefrequency.com, and sign up for my newsletter so you'll be up to date on everything I'm doing. I got the Ancient Mysteries conference coming up, and toward the end of October, I'll be back in Houston. I'll be on Great Day Houston and at Body, Mind, and Soul in Houston for 2 nights of spirit communication gallery event. And Rocky has got me booked up. She's booking through 2025, and we are rocking and rolling. So, Dr. Pat, what
Let's
do you say
go.
we go to the phones?
All right, Emily, it's all you.
Okay, we have Abby from Arizona. Abby, you're live.
Hi, Abby. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, could you please speak louder?
Yes, I'm sorry. Can you hear me now?
No, don't apologize. You're cool. And Emily, why don't you crank up Abby a little bit if you can?
Yep.
All right. How can we
Hello,
help you
hello.
today, Abby?
Hi. I just want to let you know, like, I found you guys through a dream that my friend that passed this year, he like gave me a dream and I like found you guys from it.
Wow.
So, and like I'm having a baby soon and like I just want to make sure like everything's gonna be good, like with my relationship and like
Okay.
just
So,
like everything in general.
okay. So let me explain the way Mark works. What he'll do, and he's probably doing it right now, is he's going to connect you with spirits and he's going to ask you a number of questions. If you just be patient, let him finish, then you will get the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. So, Mark?
Okay.
Mhm.
Is your mother's father your maternal grandfather in spirit? Hello? I need some
No,
type of
my
response.
dad's side.
Dad's side?
Your dad's in spirit. And the reason is because I'm getting a grandfather coming through that wants to talk to you. So your mom's dad's on planet Earth, dad's in spirit, right?
Yes.
Okay. He said you worry too much. He said you always worry too much. You've always worried too much. And he said, and that's part of your charm because you always care about everybody. You're worried about everybody's feelings, what's going on with everybody else. He said, you need to start focusing on yourself. He said, also, don't get so worked up. He said, the most natural thing that can happen is the birth of a baby. And he's telling me that you're gonna be just fine. He's also indicating, seems like you've had a couple like rough spots during the pregnancy. There's been like two spots around the 3rd month and I think around the 5th month where things were a little bit anxious. He said, but everything's planed out, and he
Yeah.
said it's going to be smooth sailing from here. Smooth sailing from here. And he keeps talking about he showed me a box of Cracker Jacks. I love when I get Cracker Jacks. Now that can mean maybe you like that caramel and peanut popcorn, but Cracker Jacks can mean somebody who likes baseball. That could be you or your grandfather. but it could also be somebody who's in the Navy, because there's a sailor on the cover, and they're having female sailors now in Cracker Jacks. I just saw them. But this could also mean he's referencing somebody connected to you or him, that has a name that starts with J, like a Jim, Jack, Jeff, Jane, John. Anything there?
My living grandpa's name is Jack, and like we've been trying to figure out the baby name.
Mm-hmm.
And,
So see,
Okay.
grandfather in
trying-
spirits talking about grandfather here, whose name is Jack. And I'm not telling you to name your baby Jack, but there are worse names, and Jack's a pretty cool name.
Wow.
That's
Wow.
funny. Yeah, you know, like I maybe want to do baseball with my son, baby boy, one day. So you know.
Well, see, there you go. So grandpa is totally on board, and he's just telling you, relax, okay? And it's easy for me to say because I'm not the one having the baby, and I can't even imagine the stress and everything that goes through your mind. But what I'm getting is this baby is going to be just fine. And he said, and so are you.
Okay, great. Wow. Mark, may I ask a
Thank you.
question? Yeah. Let me ask a question.
Mhm.
I want to know why you're concerned about your relationship without you giving me a whole lot of information about that. Because one of your questions was, I think, make sure I didn't misunderstand you. Is everything going to be all right? And I think you were referring to your relationship. Is that true, or did I make that up?
Yes. Yeah. No, you were right about that. Because there's been a couple rough patches, and like it is due to my like worrisome self, but also like there's reasons like I could have been worried, but I think both of us have some growing to do, and I just want to make sure like we're gonna last forever, like I'm hoping, and like have a happy family.
Okay, can I give you a suggestion? I don't often do this, but I'm going to give it to you. One of our hosts, her name is Gabriella Embon. Book is just out of the gate. It's about power couples in marriages. It's a phenomenal book.
Oh my gosh, it's funny that.
No, I'm not kidding.
Too,
like... It's a great book. It's not what you think, though. It really, Gabriella is amazing. And here's what I want to say to you. If you are thinking about you having a bit of a problem now, and you think they're going to be a problem now, what do you think the gift in that is? Just hit me up with your answer. Come on. I know you can do it. What do you think the gift in your intuition about that is now?
I mean, there's always going to be problems, so like I feel like I just have to either deal with it or like find ways to deal with it, or
yeah. Okay, so here I'm going to give you some insight. Yeah, I'm going to give you some insight because we got to go quick. I'm going to tell you this.
Okay, let me know the first name again.
Gabriella Embon. Emily, would you stay on the line? And Emily, would you please give her the name of Gabriella's book? Give her Gabriella Embon, everybody. It's Gabriella, GABRIELAEMB as in boy, ON, and it's all there. I just interviewed her the other day, and pretty soon that interview will be up. This is for you, but here's what I want to say to you. Make a list of your non-negotiables. Do you know what I mean by non-negotiable? I'm just going to tell you right up front, being real direct. There are some things in relationships for me that are non-negotiable. They really are. And it doesn't matter what else you do. I don't care if you don't wash the dishes. I don't care. But there are 1 or 2, 3 things that you will not do, right? They're not only are they not non-negotiable, they are so far bizarro. Do you know what your non-negotiables are? You don't have to say them. Don't say them. Figure it out, because please don't force something on yourself if one of the things that's not working for you is a non-negotiable. Any form of abuse is not negotiable. So please think about it and talk to Gabriella. Okay? Tell her Dr. Pat sent you.
Tell me the book name again?
Yeah, Emily will give that to you on a break.
Don't hang up. Don't hang up. Emily will pick up the phone and give you all that.
Yeah.
But you can look her up. Gabriella Embon, EMBON. Got it?
Yeah, I have. yeah, like I hope all the troubles will fix. And yeah, thank you.
No, that's not, no, you're not hearing me.
Yeah.
If the
Okay, I get
troubles
that. Like,
are
it's like a
non-negotiable,
foot stand down,
She's not going to listen,
stand
Dr.
down
Pat.
foot.
Let her
you
get the book.
just got to
Yeah.
listen to me for a minute. Talking about
Okay.
troubles, if the troubles are reoccurring and you've asked them to stop or something, go get some help. You feel me on this? You deserve
Mhm.
it, please.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
I think we're going to do a show, Mark, coming up. Emily, who's next?
Okay, up next we have Linda from North Carolina.
Great.
Linda, you're
Thank
live.
you. Hey, Linda, welcome to the show. How can we help you tonight?
Hi.
Hi.
My son has a situation going on, and I'd like to know if anybody can tell me what's going to happen. Like my family that has passed over or whatever.
Okay. All right. Let us do
And
this.
it
I'm gonna
involves
get you.
children.
Yeah.
Linda,
Let me get you
Linda,
over. Yeah. Let me get you over to Mark.
Linda, looks like you want more of a psychic reading, like a fortune telling type of reading than you do actually connection with the loved one in spirit. So let's wipe the whiteboard clean.
Good.
Who do you want to talk to in spirit? They may give you advice on whatever the situation that's going to happen, but it's maybe more important to hear their message. Who do you want to talk to the most? Because we're running short on time, and I want to see if
Anybody
It's good. I
in my
love
all right,
that.
anybody.
All right, here
Okay.
we go. Let's see.
All right. So I'm getting a female energy coming through connected to you on your mother's side of the family. Feels like she's either a grandmother or a great aunt. And what I'm getting with her is I feel a state of non-responsiveness prior to passing. So she could have been heavily medicated or in some type of coma. She was elderly when she passed, easily in her 80s. Lungs filling up with fluid, feels like congestive heart failure, could be some other lung issue. Do you recognize this person?
I don't know that much about my grandparents. They passed when I was real young.
Okay, well, they know about you. Okay, hold on. She said they're showing mounds of paperwork with whatever this thing is. Is this some type of legal or business thing? They just show mounds and mounds of paperwork. And something's going on with your finances that has everything in limbo right now. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have a lawyer? That's a yes or a no. Do you have a lawyer?
Yes.
Well, then why are you calling into the show?
He does.
Okay, you need a lawyer.
My son.
Right, but you need a lawyer.
Lawyer for you.
Get a lawyer. That's what your grandmother is telling me to convey to you. Because what's happening is you're showing up to a gunfight carrying a pocket knife. Okay? And I don't mean to be facetious, but that's the analogy that they're giving me. And so you are not prepared for this. So this situation is going to go really badly for you unless you lawyer up. That's the message.
Okay.
All right, you're good to go. Come on now. All right, you're good to go. Emily, I think we have a little few minutes here. Was that English? Little few minutes? What was that? Emily?
A little few. That sounds good. I like it.
That
a little
sounds good.
few minutes.
Emily, do we have Nicole still?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Nicole, we're ready for Nicole.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Thank you. She's so busy tonight. My gosh.
She is.
Busy. Nicole, are you there?
Sorry,
Hi,
one
Nicole.
sec. Okay, we should have Nicole now. Nicole, are you there?
Thank you, Emily.
Yes,
Hi, Nicole.
hi.
Hey, we have a few minutes, so we're going to
Hi.
make it quick for you. Let me get you over to Mark real quick.
Hey, Nicole, how can I help?
Hi, I was just hoping that we could reach out to the other side to get a little bit of like guidance or a message.
Well, that doesn't narrow things down. Who do you want to talk to? Just give the relationship, not the name.
family, very, very, very close. My mother, actually,
Your mom. Okay.
or
So
grandmother.
okay, mom or grandmother. All right, hold on. I'm getting a female energy coming through. She's depicted wearing like a bathrobe. Now, whether or not she wore a bathrobe, the way spirits give me information, this would indicate that this woman had a declining state of health. She may have been bedridden or under medical supervision for some period of time. Doesn't have to be like, a year, could even be like a month or so. But I'm getting a declining state of health, a sense of confusion. However, what I'm getting with her is she still had her wits about her. So something was going on which was affecting, like it feels like medication. Like she still was sharp, but she was having a hard time concentrating and a hard time articulating and speaking prior to passing. Once again, I'm getting my lungs filling up with fluid sensation, could be pneumonia, some type of lung disease or congestive heart failure, because they all have a very similar sensation. And my pancreas, ouch, is hurting, which could indicate pancreatitis, pancreatic cancer, or possibly some type of blood sugar issues like diabetes. Is there anything does any of that resonate with you?
Possibly. I'm just kind of searching out for that right now. I don't have that closure of knowing, so I was hoping for that. So it's possible, my mom.
Possible with your mom. Why do you say that?
Because of her autopsy report. We were not aware of her health condition and what she was going through, because she always said that she was healthy and she always kept that appearance, but
kept that to herself. Okay, hold on. And thank you for that. Now, she's giving me indicators for the month of May because she's holding up a brilliant emerald. Emeralds are the birthstone for the month of May. Let me go through this real quick. This could indicate a significance to the month of May, a birth, death, anniversary, or event, which could be connected to you, your mom, or someone close to either of you. It could be a piece of jewelry of significance that you may recognize with an emerald in it, or it could be a variation on the name Mary, like Mary, Marie, Margaret, Marilyn, Marianne, of significance connected to her or you or someone close to either of you. Anything there resonate?
It was the last conversation we had, and it shouldn't have been.
I don't understand what that
she passed.
Okay.
It was in May that I last spoke with her.
There you go. Okay, so now we know we got your mom. Okay. I'm just going to tell you exactly what she's telling me. Your mother knows she's fine now. She wants you to know that she's at peace, but she's telling me she knows she was very difficult. She could be antagonistic and evasive. And she said that she was losing her grip on mental control. Like she still had her wits about her, but something was going on. And I feel like this strange hormonal imbalance within her. And this is not, like menopause. This goes way past that. So there could have been something with her pancreas. There could be something with her thyroid. But she said this hormonal imbalance was affecting her moods, and she wants to apologize because she knows you only ever acted out of concern for her. Now, the next thing she's doing is making me taste taffy, saltwater taffy. And I know that sounds weird, but if I say saltwater taffy, does that make sense to you in any possible way? Don't worry about how it applies to her, but to you in any way.
Not at this moment.
Oh, there's something. Saltwater taffy. Is there any oceanside resort that you like live near or used to vacation at? Because I'm getting the whole taffy thing.
We have a property that I'm going to have to sell. That was our family's by the ocean.
And is it near like a boardwalk, recreation area? Where is it? We don't have a lot of time, so if you could speed it up. The reason is I want to get the message to you, and I need the validation. Go ahead.
Like in Kemah, Texas. There's a boardwalk there.
Okay, Boardwalk. They probably have saltwater tappy. So that's the validation there. Okay. Now, do you have any reason to believe mom was having mental problems? And then I'm going to, well, let me tell you, Dr. Pat, this is your expertise. Go ahead.
Yeah. I want to say this real quick because we have very little time. There's something about that property and there's something about selling it, correct?
Yes.
Are you really wanting to sell it?
No, I don't.
That's what I thought. Do me a favor, call in next week because we have more to talk to you about with this.
Yes.
Are you pressured to sell it? Last question.
Possibly.
By a loved one or like legal stuff? Legal or loved?
My brother.
Okay.
Legal. Yeah.
Okay. So here's what I want to say. And believe me, this is a really short answer. Take your time. Talk it out. Take your time, talk it out. This is emotional. Selling that place is like putting you through the charts. I can feel it.
And let me jump in real quick. If you
please.
don't have a lawyer, you don't necessarily have to hire one. Get a consultation with one. And because let me tell you, these brother, sister, these intra-family things can get really nasty. You need to know your rights, what you can do, what your options are. Do not wing it. Okay, people say, well, lawyers are expensive. Let me tell you, lawyers are expensive, but they can save you and will a ton of money.
Yeah. Thank you so much for calling in. But
thank you.
All I'm trying to say is don't rush. If you don't need to rush, think about it. You may need to get a mediator, but don't rush on this one. This is too emotional for you. Okay. Thank you. Wow. Thanks. Another great show, Mark. Wow. Thank you all for tuning us in and turning us on. Emily, we kept you so busy. Thank you all for being the greatest audience on the planet. We'll see you next week. Hey, everybody. Thank you for tuning into The Psychic and the Doc with Mark Anthony and me, Dr. Pat Baccili, right here on TransformationTalkRadio.com. Hey, look, come back next week so we can explore with you more of life's many challenges and learn from fascinating guests. And you know what? Even Mark and me. We'll discover insights from people in this life and from the afterlife. Extraordinary problems? Yeah, they do. They require extraordinary solutions. But step into the world of possibilities with us on The Psychic and the Doc. That's every Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific Time, 7 p.m. Eastern Time, right here on TransformationTalkRadio.com. That's TransformationTalkRadio.com. And don't forget, we're also live face-to-face on Facebook.com, Transformation Talk Radio.